Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Weather with Jonathan here, and I'm back with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the potential for severe weather, upcoming train of storms, and potentially cold blast and snowstorm. I'm going to get all of this done in your forecast. So, starting off today with our NWS hazards, we're going to have actually a severe thunderstorm watch currently for the severe weather for portions of southern Oklahoma, northern Texas, or northeastern Texas, places like that. Places like Dallas, or maybe even Oklahoma City, you guys are included in the watch. Then we've got these hard freeze warnings down in Arizona for these this cold weather, and then these batch of winter weather advisories and snow in winter storm warnings for the upper Midwest through about back through Colorado. Now, by the way, while I was uploading this video, we did get a watch. Yeah. So if we take a look at our GFS model for our dew points, we can see that there's going to be very high dew points, and that this may be a very big severe weather outbreak. Speaking of that, we do have an enhanced risk for portions of Arkansas, Tennessee, and Mississippi. This is driven by a 10% risk for tornadoes with a SIG, a 30% risk for damaging winds, and then a SIG severe, the 15% risk for hail. Now, the reason that's happening is because we actually have a large amount of storms. You can see there's going to be some storms here in southwestern Mississippi currently. I'll show you where the date and time is in my next video because it's for some reason not showing up today. But you can see that severe thunderstorm watch we have got for portions of Norman, Oklahoma, and Dallas. You can see these are the storms, and this is why we have the SIG severe, because this area is more likely for large hail. These are currently producing very large hail. I wouldn't not expect to see a large hail report or two from this later in the day or sooner. But we also have those red flag warnings for southern Texas because of the fire. Now, if we get back to our GFS model, can see all of this moisture that's going to cause convection, and that's why we have these supercells developing. Now, that's going to definitely not be very good because it's going to cause convection, just like I said, which will cause supercells to develop. If we take a look at our CAPE, you can see our CAPE or our joules or convective available potential energy is going to be very high in some spots. Some places near Houston, 2,200. Now, where the storms are, the main cape will be about 1,000. Maybe some isolated areas may be seeing up to somewhere near 2,000. Now, as this continues throughout the day, we have an enhanced risk for tomorrow of severe weather. This used to be all the way back up through Columbus, Ohio. They made this a little bit smaller, and you can see still 11 million people are under this enhanced risk right now. And this is going to cover an area of about 100,000 square miles. This is driven by a 10% SIG tornado risk for portions of Alabama and Mississippi. And then a large chunk of these people are under a 30% risk for wind for portions of Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Indiana, southern Ohio, southeastern Indiana, and Kentucky. We have another 15% risk for hail in Mississippi and Alabama. So, yeah. If we take a look at our European model for our lightning flash, this is where lightning flashes are most likely. So this is more of like where the storms will be. So, you can see, right now around about 4 or 5 p.m., can see these storms are going to be firing up, and these are going to be possibly strong. Now, if I pull this out into the future, you can see these become more organized and spread out. And then you can see the cold front that pushes through. And then this is where we have the very real potential for damaging winds and some tornadoes. After this moves out, we're definitely gonna have some big rainfall totals for portions of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky. You you guys are gonna get a lot of rain. I'll put this system into motion. Can see around 12 a.m. or midnight. Mississippi places like Mississippi, you guys are going to be getting some accumulating rainfall totals. Some areas could see up to about 3 inches, and as we see, this is going to track across the U.S. and bring a lot of rain. Now I'll pull. This is until the 25th. You guys will definitely see a lot of rain in the south. It does not look like we're gonna have one of those catastrophic flooding events in Kentucky, which is very good. So yeah, I'll show you our NAM model. Now this is just want to tell you this model is a little over the top. Okay, guys. Um, look at now. Listen, this is I just said this is a little over the top, but look at our cape. Yeah, some places in Texas, 3,000 joules. Now that's not gonna be. That's like way over the top. Like the Houston may see an isolated area of like maybe like 2,300 an isolated area, but that's no. This is not gonna be as strong as the NAM model is showing. And also I just want to tell you guys, if you don't know what I'm using for the GFS model and anything, I am actually using so I'm using Weather Bell. You can see it right up here, right next in the top left corner. And yeah, so I'll show you our 0 to 6 kilometer up in the atmosphere shear. There's going to be a ton of wind shear present with these storms, like a lot, you guys. This is going to cause rotating thunderstorms to fire off, and you know, just want to tell you, rotating thunderstorms. I think you know what they produce when I say the word rotating. Tornadoes. And yes, that is why we do have that an enhanced risk. Now I'll show you our significant tornado parameter. It's blowing up right now. It's some areas currently they're showing like a 10. Now listen. I think today this is a little over the top because remember, this is the one that showed the really high cape for the storms. So this is a little over the top. This is probably a little different if this was on the GFS models. But you can see, look at this. Your Dallas, that's a 10. That's a 10 out of 10. And then for mainly the enhanced risk areas, you guys will probably see like a 4, but the NAM is showing like a 6. I don't think it'll be that bad. And I'll show you guys a storm real quick so you can see it fuses up with Gulf of Mexico moisture, causes a little freezing rain around the Kansas City area, and causes some snow to blow out across Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, northern Missouri, northern Illinois, in Michigan. That ice potential or freezing rain potential could bring areas around Detroit maybe about 0.10 inches of rain, or sorry, freezing rain. That's now I just want to tell you that's good that it's such a small amount. Now after the storm comes out, I'll show you our freezing rain totals and our snow totals, and we'll start talking about the snow and everything. So our snow totals, you guys in Kansas, maybe some isolated areas seeing up to a foot. Same in extreme southern Nebraska. Lincoln, you guys could only see about an inch or two from this. Des Moines, you guys probably won't really see any. If so, probably just some snow showers. And then that continues all the way up through Michigan, where we have the potential for some extremely isolated areas like Kalamazoo or Grand Rapids, Michigan, maybe some isolated spots up to about, let's say, about 6 inches or half a foot. Now, I'll show you our sleet and freezing rain totals. These are going to be a little decent in some areas, especially the Detroit, 0.10 to a quarter of an inch of ice possible. North of St. Louis, like 50 miles north, you guys will start seeing some freezing rain. And then this is going to continue all throughout eastern Kansas to about Maine or Nova Scotia, some area like that. And then once that moves out of the way, we'll show you our temperatures. So, as you can see right here, these are the temperatures as after this moves out. This is today. You can see there's all that warm air from that system. It quickly moves out and brings in a good amount of cold air. It warms back up again though because of this thing right here. And then it's when it really starts warming up, you guys. We can see that you guys in Ohio, some areas sometime could see about 60 to 70 degree weather, especially in southern Texas, very, very hot. Some areas maybe about 100 degrees in extreme southern Texas, places like Brownville. And then once this system comes out, though, around the 23rd, you guys, this has got a pretty dynamic setup. This is going to bring in a lot of cold air. You can see this plunges down into the U.S. And you can see it does bring cold air. Places like North Dakota, maybe isolated areas, minus 30. That's going to be very cold. In Minnesota, really cold. North Dakota, really cold. Maybe even places like northern Nebraska, very cold. Montana, very cold. This is gonna bring a lot. Okay, you guys. This will bring a lot, and I'll just show you a quick model run of the temperatures. And this is what it's gonna look like. So I'll put this into motion. This is our storm currently. The moisture is gonna spread far north. That cold air comes down. You can see it warms back up again, and yeah. So then this another cold blast comes down, but that warm air just keeps coming up because it's trying to push up. Because guess what? It's mid-February, and it starts warming up a little bit. So, you gotta have a little warm temperatures every once in a while, right? Well, this is the cold blast I'm talking about. And then, yeah, so once that moves out of the way, can see that, we have this thing that comes in, and, guess what? Cold weather for March, right there. Now, I'll put this on our latest run. It's actually going to be showing a lot warmer temperatures. So that's going to be mainly the start for March. I'll show you our CPC outlooks, and these are going to be well below average in the Northwest. California, North Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Washington, Wyoming, everywhere. It in the extreme north, like the Dakotas in the Northwest. You guys, man, cold temperatures. Now, especially for 8 to 14 day temperatures, still gonna be very cold for Oregon, Washington. Olympic, Washington, very cold. Seattle, Washington, very cold. Vancouver, Washington, very cold. Portland, Oregon, very cold. Astoria, very cold. Bend, Oregon, very cold. Spokane, very cold. This is going to be all over the place. And our national forecast charts actually can show us what um, these storms will look like until about day 3. So today we've got the critical fire risk for Texas. The blue, all you see, the blue is mixed precipitation. Pink with the lines, that's freezing rain possible. The white snow and the white with like the lines in it, that's heavy snow possible. Then down here in that yellow, we have the potential for severe weather. Same for tomorrow. That yellow is going to be stretching all the way up, way north into places like Pennsylvania, and then especially that freezing rain. And yes, and so once that storm moves out of the way, some snow possible for the north, slash the northeast, and then mixed precipitation mainly for the Shenandoah regions, up through the Appalachians and the East Coast. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a good video. I hope you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing. It means a lot to me. It means like a ton to me. And consider liking, subscribing, sharing this video with your family and friends. Bye.